Hello and welcome back to Get Great at Maths. I'm here to help you pass your maths exam, so hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to look at keywords, key formulas and how to gain top marks. So let's get ready to get great at maths. This is a question on dividing fractions. So we've got to divide 1/8 divided by 2 and we're going to write the answer in the box provided, and this is worth 1 mark in the exam. Now some people will be able to look at this and just know what the answer is straight away, but the majority of people won't be able to do that and you need to know a method. So the method we're going to be taking needs to follow these following steps. So our first step, we're going to write the whole number as a fraction. So this number here, this 2, is a whole number. And to make it a fraction, we've got to divide it by 1 because any number divided by 1 will always be the number you started with. So for example, 2 divided by 1 is just 2. 5 divided by 1 is also 5. So whatever number you start with, if you always divide by 1, it will be the same number. Then we're going to write down the first fraction, which is 1/8. We're then going to change this divide sign to a multiply. And then I've got to swap the second fraction upside down. So I had 2 over 1, so I'm going to flip these upside down and it will become 1 over 2. From here, I've now got to multiply my numerators. So multiply the numbers at the top. And then I'm going to multiply the denominators. So I'm going to multiply the numbers at the bottom. Then I'm going to cancel my fraction if it needs cancelling, or just leave it if it doesn't need cancelling. Press pause, have a go at working out the answer, and then press play when you're ready to hear the answer. Well done guys, hopefully you've managed to come up with an answer. So to start with, we're going to write the first step, we're going to write the whole number as a fraction. As I said, 2 divided by 1 is just 2, so 2 over 1 is the same as 2. Now you can write this on the actual question underneath to save you some time in the exam writing out the question again, because you've got to do these questions fairly quickly in order to get them done in the time. So this next step says write down the first fraction, which is 1/8. So you're going to write down 1/8. We're going to change the divide sign to a times, and then you're going to swap this second fraction upside down. So the 1/8 comes first, the divide becomes a multiply, and the 2 over 1 swaps to become 1 over 2. Now step 5 says multiply the numerators, so these are the numbers at the top. So 1 times 1 is just 1. And then multiply the denominators for step 6. 8 times 2 is 16. So I've got 1 over 16, which is your answer. So you need to write it in the box for your mark. Now this fraction doesn't cancel. There is no number that goes into 1 and into 16, so this is in its lowest form. So we just write the answer in the box 1 over 16. Remember, your fraction line should be a horizontal line. It shouldn't be going at an angle. So your line here should be a horizontal line with a number at the top above it and the number underneath below the line. Well done guys, if you managed to get that correct, give yourself a big tick if you managed to get the answer of 1 over 16. The mark scheme on this question shows the answer is 1 over 16. 1m means 1 method mark. Now it does say accept equivalent fractions or an exact decimal equivalent. So if you'd have written 0.0625, you would get the answer correct. Now most people will find it much easier to work in fractions here than it is to work in the decimals. Do not accept any rounded or truncated decimals. So rounded answer means writing 0.063. Truncated means writing 0.062. So that's the difference between the rounded and truncated. At GCSE, students will need to know the difference between rounded and truncated. For your SATs, you will need to be able to round, but you won't need to truncate. Make sure it is easier to work in fractions, so I'd learn how to work in fractions rather than having to worry about these tricky decimals. If you found this video useful, please like, share and subscribe so we can all get great at maths. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Please follow Get Great at Maths on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and X. What do you want to see next on Get Great at Maths? Please comment below. See you next time.